Thank God for clean water. And thank God for you, for your donation, your participation in the World Vision 6K. We raised over $2,800. That's what does that mean? Practically, well, $50 gives one child clean water for life. That's, do the math, that's 57 kids that by God's grace and through His power, we at FBC during this COVID-19 pandemic, we're like, listen, we want to keep giving to the local church, but we want to give above and beyond, and 57 kids. And so I just want to say thank you for that. Before I give a little preview to this Sunday's message in James chapter 4. So again, thank you. Now, have you ever been in the car listening to music and it just so moves you that you have to maybe pull over, because you're just so caught up in the lyrics, or maybe you come to a stop sign and you look back and no one's coming and you're like, I can't drive. I just gotta reflect and soak in what I'm hearing. I mean, God is moving in you. Well, that happened to me. It's happened to me several times, but it happened to me about 5 years ago with a specific song by Matthew West. I like Matthew West. He has a huge heart for adoption. I've adopted 2 kids, and so he came out with a song called Grace Wins. All right, and so I'm just driving. In fact, I was just close to the church, and this song Grace Wins comes on, and I was like, wow, I had to just stop and soak in some of these lyrics. I want to just share with you some of these lyrics from this song Grace Wins by Matthew West. It says, for the prodigal son, grace wins. For the woman at the well, grace wins. For the blind man and the beggar, grace wins. For always and forever, grace wins. For the lost out on the street, grace wins. For the worst part of you and me, grace wins. For the thief on the cross, grace wins. So how do you live a life that grace wins in your life? I mean, it doesn't happen as a guarantee. Certainly, just because you're a Christian, that doesn't happen guaranteed. So how do you live a life so that grace wins? Well, this Sunday, okay, as we look at James chapter 4, verses 1 through 10, we're going to get the answer. Okay, we're going to get the answer. It's a simple answer, but it's hard to embrace, right? I mean, because if it was so simple, most people would be embracing this. But as we look at James chapter 4, we're going to there's some tension there. It's harder than one might think to live a life that grace wins. But if you say yes, like I'm all in, I want to be living proof that grace wins in my life, then you'll be able to say, right? You'll be able to sing, and let me just quote again that song, Grace Wins, the chorus. It says, there's a war between guilt and grace. And they're fighting for sacred space. But I'm living proof that grace wins. The answer to how to live a life so that grace wins is in James chapter 4. I'll see you Sunday, 10:30 on Facebook Live or our YouTube channel to hear